Chattanooga, Tennessee, the site of the first game of match week 21 in the USL League One, presented by Transcar. Chattanooga Red Wolves hosting South Georgia Tormenta FC. This should be a fantastic match. I'm Kevin Rolinson. Welcome into our broadcast as we get a look at the league standings heading into tonight. It is getting tight there in the middle. Chattanooga leading the way along with Charlotte on 29 points. Tormenta and forward Madison right behind him with 27. And you can't count out the Fuego, the Hailstorm, or really even North Carolina. It is all to play for as we have just about 9 matches to go in this season. Our WDEF player to watch tonight for the Red Wolves, number 10, Jose Carrera Garcia. Everything runs through him in the midfield as we get another look at this sweet goal in the reverse fixture against Tormenta back in July. His touches, his passes, his successful passes, all tops in this side. If Chattanooga is to be successful tonight, it'll run through him. On the other side for Tormenta FC, it's the new boy, Ryan Sarakowski, making his 3rd start and 4th appearance since signing. In his season last year with forward Madison, he had 3 goals in his first 5 matches. Ian Cameron hoping for that out of him. He has yet to score his first Tormenta goal. Will tonight be the night? So as the fans get ready and we get ready for this match, fans rolling in Chattanooga. The Red Wolves unbeaten in 6, the last team to beat them, Tormenta FC. Lineups and kickoff is next.
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
I get asked by my friends back home all the time, why did you move to Chattanooga? Affordability? Check. An amazing outdoors? Yep. Fantastic food? Check. But there's one box that not even Silicon Valley can check. EPB's gig. Thanks to fiber-fast internet with upload speeds that no one else can touch, moving to Gig City was a no-brainer. I look back on my journey with gratitude, and I look forward to a life of smooth streaming and free street parking on Sundays. Yeah.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
One more. One more.
One more, please.
One more, guys, one more. Set, up.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more. Oh, one more.
Wow! Welcome back to CHI Memorial Stadium, home of the Chattanooga Red Wolves, affectionately known as the Den, as we are just moments away from kickoff between the Red Wolves and South Georgia Tormenta FC. This is the 2nd meeting of the season as we get a look back at the previous meeting back on July 9th. It was a 2-1 victory for Tormenta behind an 81st minute winner from Gabriel Cabral. This is the 9th all-time meeting in the USL League One between these two sides. Both are 3-3-2. Both also have scored 12 goals in this contest, but it's Chattanooga who had the edge at home. They are 2-1 in the 3 meetings all-time in Chattanooga. Will they make that 3-1 tonight? I'm sure they will be hoping to do so and look to keep that unbeaten run intact. They have not lost in 6 matches. We get the team news first for Chattanooga. Just 2 changes for Jimmy Weekly's side. Carlos Aviles comes in for Tor Saunders, who was injured in their previous match. Then up top, Mo Espinoza comes in for Ray Ortiz, dropped to the bench. Juan Galindrez leads this team with 9 goals. He is looking for his 20th career goal in the USL League One as he scored last week. Now for Tormenta, 3 changes and a formation change as well. They're going with the 4-3-3 as they get a surprise change in goal as well. I think this shocked a lot of us. Pablo Iparra comes out, TJ Bush is in. We see Adrian Billhard up in the front 3 with Sierakowski. He's got 4 goals and 4 assists. He has not scored in his last 5 matches. There is Ian Cameron. He's got a weapon back on the bench. Keziah Sterling, you saw his name amongst the substitutes. He has been absent for the last couple of weeks, and they have missed him, Tormenta has. He leads the way with 6 goals and 4 assists, tied with Billhard for the team lead. Without him, they have not scored. In fact, they are 219 minutes since their previous goal. They've been shut out in their last 2 matches. Tormenta will play in the all-whites from left to right on your screen. Chattanooga in their home reds from right to left in the first half. We are underway here in Chattanooga. Please sit back and enjoy this one. It should be a fine match. Getting a good look at Tormenta, who will start with the ball, Owen Green. We'll see what the press for Chattanooga will be. There's a lot of talk about their energy. There's a lot of talk about Tormenta's energy in the build-up to this match. It's a nice layoff by Cabral. Ajay, now Cabral. Just trying to hold possession. Espinoza poked it loose. It's a throw-in for Tormenta. We'll see what the wide players do for Ian Cameron's side. He really talked up Kingsford Ajay, wearing the number 7 in white. Here he is on the ball. Wanted to get him more involved. Sierakowski in the corner, can't find a cross. He's closed down by Timmy Mell on loan from the Tampa Bay Rowdies, but he concedes a foul and an early free kick for Tormenta. Our referee for tonight, Sean Tahini, making the first call of this match, and it's going to be an in-swinging free kick into the box by Cabral. Mentioned in the open to this match, he scored an 81st minute winner in the reverse fixture. Can he come up with some magic here and give Tormenta an early lead? Plenty to aim for in the middle. Here comes the delivery, and it doesn't even get past the wall. And now can Chattanooga break? They're looking for Carrera Garcia. He couldn't come up with the ball. Tormenta able to hold on to it. I don't think Chattanooga's really had a touch of the ball. Certainly not outside their own half. Good work by Ajay to keep possession. Cabral spreads it wide. That's not going to find Billhard. But now Josue Soto does. Billhard on his left foot. That pass left wanting more. But Owen Green will recover. And Sierakowski down the right side. He's closed off. Nicely done by Daniel Navarro. And look at the press from Tormenta. 4 players hunting the ball. They wanted a handball there, didn't get it. Otieno couldn't get that pass, but it falls to Ajay. This is a terrific start for the roadside. Sierakowski, Green, back to Sierakowski, and an early test that is met by Carlos Aviles. What a chance to open up his Tormenta account, but it just wouldn't go for Sierakowski. What a terrific start by these visitors. Certainly not what we expected. Dengler into the middle. Otieno couldn't come away with it. But another foul conceded by Chattanooga. It'll be a free kick for Tormenta from about 42 yards out as we get another look at the Sierakowski chance. Good return from Green. Maybe not quite as tight to the post as Sierakowski would want that finish, but it's still a terrific save by Aviles. Dengler wants to take it short. Now he'll take it long. Nobody really queuing up for it, and he'll spread it all the way wide on the left-hand side for Ajay. Cross comes in, looking for Sierakowski. It's headed away by Aaron Lombardi. Now can Chattanooga have their first spell of possession? Ryan Mensingen. And the Red Wolves can look to establish themselves. Carrera Garcia, mentioned his name. It's going to be very important to the build-up, and he found a nice pass to Jimmy Villalobos. DJ Benton, he'll go backwards. This defensive shape by Tormenta was another talking point in the build-up. It looks like they will drop into a 5-player midfield when not in possession. Both Bilhard and Ajay playing tight to their markers. Herrera Garcia has space, trying to direct traffic. Not a lot of traffic right now for Chattanooga. Herrera Garcia has it back. Espinoza has shown for it. He's got it here. Comes Frey, Welefi to Benton. Right-footed cross toward the back post, and that'll sail over everybody and out of play. Well, in talking to Ian Cameron about this matchup, he says that Chattanooga always have a high energy, always have a high work rate, and to have success against them, especially in their own house, you have to match their energy levels. And safe to say, so far, so good for Tormenta. Of course, we still are a long ways away. Layoff for Green by Bilhard. He's shown wide. Green goes inside instead. Soto and Green. Chattanooga get into their defensive shell. All 11 behind the ball right now. Pass goes awry from Deshaun Nemhard, who came in for Joshua Phelps. Personnel change for Ian Cameron, 1 of 3. TJ Bush in goal, who has only had to touch the ball once. It was a goal kick so far. Just his second start of the season. That last start came against Tucson. It was a 2-0 win, and he did not face a single shot. His first foul conceded by Tormenta. Herrera Garcia sitting deep as he likes to do. Well, he does have the ability to drive forward. You saw in that highlight at the open of the broadcast. See if he can find the space for it. I'm not sure Tormenta are going to give that to him. They've learned their lesson. Mensingen down the left-hand side. He's able to control. Flag stays down on his left foot. The cross, it goes all the way to the back post. Galindrez was there, but it will sail out for a throw-in and Tormenta's possession. What a terrific ball from the left-hand side. And there was really nothing on there for Mensingen, but he was able to just flash it all the way across the box with pace. Galindrez, if he had been able to get a touch, he was not. That would have been maybe a little easy to get on goal, or at least to beat the keeper with all the power it had on it, but just a little behind him. That's a tough finish for sure. Have to be wary of this Chattanooga offense. They can explode. They have scored 5 and 7 in a match this season. There's a foul on Herrera Garcia. Ajay doesn't like it. And those 7 goals that Chattanooga did fire past the Charlotte Independence back on June 22nd was a league record for most goals in a match. They have a propensity to unload on a team if they are not careful, and that was something Ian Cameron definitely pointed out to us in the midweek. The Red Wolves have possession here. Long ball, Galindrez brings it down. Flag stays down again. Spread wide for Mensingen down the left-hand channel. Green closing him down. Mensingen on his left foot. Cross, that's deflected by Dengler. Kept alive Lombardi, but Otieno, nicely done. Very calm and collected against Welefi. Tormenta looking to break. Here's Bilhard down the right side. Lombardi closing. Bilhard inside as Sarakowski making a run. We'll go to the other side to Ajay. Into the box. Kingsford Ajay on his right foot looking to shoot. And what a finish! And Tormenta have their early goal. And Tormenta have their road lead. Kingsford Ajay fires them in front. We said there would be fireworks in this match. We get goals in every single match, and now in all 9 games in the league between these two sides, we have had a goal. As we get another look, Ajay on his right foot took 1 touch. That's all he needed, and he beats Aviles at his near post. What a sensational finish from Ajay after Bilhard found him. The run from the right side all the way over, and in 1 move, Tormenta have struck on the counter. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and now they have a lead to protect against Chattanooga. The last time these two sides played in this building was back on July 14th. It was a 2-1 win for the Red Wolves. Mensingen and Galindrez both on the score sheet for Chattanooga, but there has been a victory for Tormenta on this ground. It was back in 2020, as I mentioned. So the recipe is there. Ian Cameron's telling us we've beaten them before, so we can do it again. And they have their lead. 8th-minute strike by Kingsford Adjei. It's his 5th goal of the season. Do Chattanooga have an instant response? Navarro wants it forward for Lombardi. Can get all the way down in the channel. Green sliding to take it away. He has help with Billhard. Tormenta maybe a little lucky to get out of there as Green put that out the chest of a Red Wolf player. Here's Billhard. Now Sarakowski. He's lively on this right-hand side. Come over at least a few times making runs, but he commits the foul here. Chattanooga will have the ball back. You can see the flags whipping, the wind picking up here in Chattanooga. I'm sure the wind feels really great at the backs of these Tormenta players. An early lead, always great to have, but especially when you're on the road, you can apply all the pressure. And the home side forced to open up just a little bit more. Navarro. Herrera Garcia once again in the middle. It's a ball down the right-hand side, chasing DJ Benton. Excuse me, that's Mo Espinoza. He kept that alive, well done. And it's out, no signal yet, and a corner. I believe that's Deshaun Nemhard who is down. Excuse me, that's Fuad Adeni who is down in some pain after that collision with Espinoza. Both were at top speed to keep that ball in. And some concern here for the Tormenta left back. Get a closer look, and ooh, he fell right into the ad boards. That does not feel good. Hopefully it's just a case of the wind being knocked out of you, but given the amount of time he spent on the floor, there is some concern. Tonight's keys to the game presented by ASA Engineering. Get the early goal for Tormenta. They've already gotten their early goal, so there's a check. And Chattanooga, use selective pressure. Press at the right time. That was a big talking point from Jimmy Weekly. They're really going to have to step that up now as they let Tormenta have a lot of the ball. They're going to have to find good spots to press. Tormenta and Ian Cameron don't like to have a lot of the ball. He said possession without ambition really means nothing, so that's not something his team want. There's a header over the bar by Mel, that in-swinger from Carrera Garcia.
Timmy Mel with the header.
As Timmy Mel put the local Ford dealer corner kick, the first one tonight, over the bar. It was a really good delivery from Carrera Garcia. Maybe you want more from that finish from the center back, Timmy Mel. Tonight's injury report presented by the Center for Sports Medicine. Tashara Murray out for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, and then Lars Eckenrode out, but he is close, training again for Ian Cameron. Arthur Basua is also out for Tormenta. Lindres, first real touches on the ball. He brings it down for Mensingen. Lindres wanted that back, but there was no space. Throw-in conceded by Tormenta. We'll have a lot of defending to do tonight, you have to think. Adrian Billhard, one of those players tasked with a lot of defending down this right-hand side for Tormenta. Mensingen poses a very potent threat. As Bush forced to play this out, that'll be a throw-in for Chattanooga. And you can feel the pressure maybe starting to mount a little bit for the fans as they're making more noise when their team gets in good spots. That's one of those selective presses that we mentioned a moment ago. Forced the turnover, but TJ Bush able to get out of it for the most part. Long ball, Galindrez, he knew he was offside, and Bush will come collect. A courtesy pressure applied by Jimmy Villalobos. What a moment for TJ Bush. Comes in a crucial match. He hasn't played in quite some time, in just one match so far in the season. He is being asked to keep his side in front. What must it be like inside his head at the moment? Herrera Garcia. Tormenta have the numbers pushed forward, not really pressing, just kind of maintaining. Ball down the right-hand side, Espinoza, flag up, offside against the young winger. Check out the new 2022 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Dead ball restart for Tormenta. See the graphic being flashed, 6-1-3 when scoring the first goal. That is so important, and what really makes that a big deal is that Tormenta only have 7 wins on the season. So almost all their wins have come after scoring first. Chattanooga have 3 comeback victories. Jimmy Weekly talking about the joy that he wanted his team to play with. So they had a rough run of games back at the end of June, early July. They lost 3 straight to Tucson, Hailstorm, and Tormenta, but since then they have not lost. Heartbreaker against Forward Madison last week where they gave up a 95th minute equalizer to Alvin Jones. It's the second time Forward Madison has done that to Chattanooga this season. But the Red Wolves certainly know how to come back. They are tied with Richmond and North Carolina with 3 comeback wins this season. Herrera Garcia, Galindrez, great tackle. Jake Dengler throwing his left foot out as Tormenta screaming for a foul. As Galindrez, who's just down, maybe they didn't like Galindrez's reaction there, but it was a clean tackle and nothing given by the referee. Sarakowski. Tormenta haven't had many touches on the ball lately. They'll look to settle things down just a little bit. Galindrez wants his team to press, nobody coming with them just yet. Dengler can strive forward. Down the right side, Bill Hard. Flag stays down, he brings it under control. That's to his left foot. Looking for support, Owen Green showing. Finds Sarakowski, and Tormenta will keep the ball. Dengler and Soto, and Dengler again. Chattanooga just maintaining, not really fussed about having the ball at the moment. Now the press is on, a great tackle coming forward by Walefi. Now Galindrez looking to start the break, lost the ball, thought he was getting a foul, but nothing given. And Tormenta will come again. Ajay not being pressured. Look to play a ball in towards Bill Hard, but too much curl on it. Gratefully claimed by Carlos Aviles. My apologies. Herrera Garcia. Sarakowski breathing down his neck. He'll give it up to Navarro. Chattanooga slowly marching forward. See a wall of the midfield for Tormenta. They're playing what was described as a mid-block where it's not a high line from the back line, but they're not sitting on top of their own box. As Chattanooga hoping to fire up their crowd. Not much for them to get excited about so far, just the Mel ball over the bar from that set piece. Metzingen provide the spark. Herrera Garcia sitting very deep where he likes to create from. Metzingen. You can see Tormenta just immediately closing him down every time he's got the ball. Will he get to it here? Yes, he will down the left-hand side. Tried a Rabona, I believe, to keep that in, and he did. Here's Lombardi. His right foot, doesn't shoot. Espinoza. He gave it up to Herrera Garcia, and Chattanooga will reset. Rafael Metzingen, he didn't have to do that, I don't think, but a nifty Rabona to keep that ball in play, and got a good cross in. Here he is on the ball again. Curler. Deflected down. It's settled. Benton doesn't shoot. Now he does. Has a crack, and Bush had to put it over the bar. What a shot from DJ Benton when it looked like he had no space. He found some. Forces an early save from TJ Bush. That's the first shot he's faced all season. Look at that, standing still, ball not moving, the power. Pure power looking for that top corner. TJ Bush denies him. Local Ford dealer corner kick from Espinoza, the in-swinger with the left foot. Number 2 on the evening for Chattanooga, looking for an equalizer. 6 to aim at in the box. Can't tell who that is. I think it's Benton standing in front of Bush, and the whistle goes to sort things out. Dangler, a couple of shoves, and now players will get interested. The crowd baying them on from behind the goal. Don't want things to get too feisty just yet. Still plenty of time to get to that. I want to see these two teams go at it on the pitch. It's Benton and Bush being talked to. Things are sorted, and now we're ready to go again. Herrera Garcia showing short. Espinoza didn't use him the first time. Anticipation building. Here it comes toward the near post. It's headed up by Adani. Tormenta will get the clear here. Green sends it on its way. Sarakowski chasing. Leffy was back in support. He's got a couple of strides on him. Chattanooga will maintain the ball. But almost a giveaway here. Lombardi had to clean up Aviles's mistake almost. Can't call it a mistake because it did go to Lombardi, but I don't think that was the intended target. Good run by Benton here. Gets a reaction from the crowd and a foul. Is that a hand to the pocket? It is. The first yellow card of the match. It's presented to a despondent Kingsford Adje. He maybe didn't think that warranted a card this early in the match, but it was a terrific run by Benton. Not much choice really there, but to go to the pocket. That will give him something to think about for the next 70 minutes. Great run by Benton, and maybe Adje does have a case there. He was level with them. Matching him shoulder to shoulder, but just got that left leg in a little too far. Herrera Garcia standing over this one. 6 players to aim at on that line. Melindres in the middle. Being marked closely by Nemhard. He goes short instead. Chattanooga's captain with the right foot puts it toward the back post, and there was space there. Navarro couldn't get his head to it, and the flag went up. I thought she was pointing to the corner, but offside flag goes up against Daniel Navarro.
Concessions brought to you this evening by Coca-Cola. Quench your thirst with a Coca-Cola
Celebrating its
beverage.
75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official matchball supplier of the USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. 22 minutes played in Chattanooga. Tormenta with the 1-0 lead. Kingsford Adje striking in the 8th minute. If Tormenta win, they will go ahead of Chattanooga in the table. Sarakowski flagged for a foul. Backed a little too much into his marker on that jump ball. Chattanooga, 6 matches unbeaten on the line. It would be quite something if Tormenta pull off this win, if only because it would bookend that 6-match unbeaten run with a pair of victories for Tormenta. What are the odds of that? Navarro being encouraged to stride forward. Mensingen, who cut inside, all the way back to Navarro. Lombardi stretching things down the left side. Mensingen left it to run, but Dangler was the first to react. Mel under pressure from his opposite number. Now Lombardi, the Tormenta presses on here. Otieno joining from the midfield, but they work it back to Aviles. Red Wolves enjoying most of the possession so far. That's exactly what Tormenta sought to do. They didn't want the ball in this match. %61% so far showing for Chattanooga. Still early doors, of course. Red Wolves struggling to get out of their half at the moment. Tormenta really a nice shape being kept defensively, closing out space. Barros found his way on the right side. Flipped it forward, and Espinoza falling down gets the foul. See the graphic being flashed. The Omaha Union will host North Carolina FC. That's tonight at 8 o'clock. About 5 minutes away from kickoff over there. This is the first match of the match week, and a host of games coming up later tonight. Herrera Garcia. Full schedule tonight will be present at halftime, or you can just go to USLLeague1.com. Mensingen on his left foot, deflected, and out for a corner. Dengler once again a crucial tackle, and again almost out of nothing. That was off of a dead ball restart, and Mensingen has really been the threat down this left-hand side. He took it nicely, but Jake Dengler, what a job to close him down. He made up probably about 5 feet of space in the flash there. But another local Ford dealer corner kick coming up. First time on this side for Chattanooga will be Herrera Garcia with his right foot. They like an in-swinger. The balls that have come in so far have looked good, but nobody has been on the receiving end. Timmy Mell put his chance over the bar. Here it comes from the Chattanooga captain. It's flat to the back post, a free header, and it's wide from Mell. That's twice now. Once again, he found himself in space. That one was a little more difficult. Wasn't as much pace on the ball. He would have had a lot to do to score from there. He was unable to find the target. Manhattan Beach native from California. He's on loan, as I mentioned, from the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the championship. Since he got here, he has started every single match, all 11. This is his 12th. Bush will once again clear from his goal line. Tormenta can try and relieve some pressure. Dengler lets it fly, and that's tailing out of bounds. Chattanooga have really stepped it up here. They haven't had a lot in terms of creating opportunities while in possession. Most has been in transition. That's something they probably need to figure out as this match goes on, because I don't think Tormenta is really going to come out of this shell unless they have to. Right now they don't. They have the 1-0 lead. Here's Bill Hard picking up a loose ball. Lays it off. Green looking backwards. Has Bill Hard, nicely taken. Trying to get away from Lombardi, who played him well, but maybe a little too well. A foul called. The German winger able to shield the ball. He'll be a target for Tormenta to relieve pressure. He's so good. Once he gets the ball, shifty, able to keep it and draw fouls as well. Dengler wanted to go quickly there. Sarakowski making a run, but he'll make the wise decision and keep it. Lucky enough to watch Adrian Billhard play at the NCAA level for the University of South Florida. As here's a giveaway. It's a free ball in the box for Billhard. Settles it down, doesn't have a shot. And Chattanooga may have gotten away with something huge there. Owen Green nicely taken to his left foot, but never found a shot. Herrera Garcia will relieve pressure, and Mensingen goes the other way. He's got pace. He's got a great run from Villalobos. Can he find him? Chips it his way. It's too strong, and TJ Bush will come grab. Oh, Mensingen did everything there, but didn't pick his head up in time because Villalobos was in acres of space in behind. That would have been one of the easiest counters of the season for Chattanooga. And to think that came with a giveaway right to the foot of Gabriel Cabral in their own box just 10 seconds prior. And here's a giveaway maybe. Bush coming for it, and he clears as Owen Green put that back a little too slowly. What is going on here in Chattanooga? Both goalkeepers a little lackadaisical, but no harm done so far. The Red Wolves will stare once again into that possibility. Avila is leaving it for Mel. Sarakowski watching him again. I think he's waiting for the ball to be played back to the goalkeeper to apply pressure. Tormenta once again retreat into a defensive position. Ball down the right side, Espinoza with pace, a great tackle. Fantastic by Fuad Adeni. They'll take that ball away from Benton. Get another look there. DJ Benton has been flying in this match so far down the right side with pace. Adaney, a really good sliding tackle. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Benton can't keep possession there. Cabral, forward Sarakowski. Wants to hold it for Cabral, goes out, but Tormenta keep possession. Ian Cameron, the ball in his hands. His side started brightly last week against the Independents at home, but they went on to just get hammered. They gave up an early goal, or early-ish goal, from a set piece, and they just never found a way back, but they had a couple of really good combinations and chances to start that match. If they scored, it would have been a very different story. As Walefi cleaning things up defensively for Chattanooga, but he gave the ball away. Otieno trying to force that through and leave it for Green instead. There was a moment early in that match where Ian Cameron, a goal kick conceded by Tormenta, he felt the energy and the pace from his side building. There was a throw-in near him on the technical area, and he chased after the ball, sprinted from his spot to get that ball back into the hands of his team to restart quickly and apply pressure. Just the kind of energy that he brings, and really talked about how his team may be a little too patient at times. They don't shoot early enough and often enough, and he took some blame for that. He said that it's my fault. I need to maybe take the reins back and open things up a little bit for his side. Kingsford Ajay certainly got that message when he opened the scoring back in the 8th minute. Walefi, and now Mel chips it to the middle. Brought down, but only briefly by Villalobos. Otieno had it, gave it for Bilhard. Bilhard, nicely done, worked that ball for Cabral. He wants it back, the German. And now Ajay down the left-hand side. Sarakowski making a run in the box. Cabral and now Bilhard. And Cabral. Ajay Cabral play catch. Adaney. Inside Soto, back for Adaney. Tormenta possessing the ball. Bilhard, forward for Ajay, lost it. Good tackle by Mel, and he got it away. And then a free kick given away by Adaney. That's Espinoza once again on the floor. I think that's the 4th time he's been crunched like that. And that's the point that Chattanooga are trying to make. No card coming from this tackle. Espinoza a little trouble with his back as well. Hopefully he's all right. That's just a knock that'll go away in a few minutes. He started this match brightly. Hasn't been as involved in the last 15 minutes or so, but you can see the energy he brings into the side. Just 23 years old as San Diego, California. Was on trial to start the year in training camp and earned himself a contract for the 2022 season. Herrera Garcia. Tormenta have numbers forward, but once again, aren't pressing, just maintaining their shape. Villalobos down the left-hand side. Mensingen once again brings it down in space on his right foot. Leaves it for Lombardi. Wants to cross and maybe went for a chip. Might have been halfway in between a shot and a cross. A little bit of disgruntlement from the fans. Saw one with his hands thrown up as Lombardi will trot back into his spot. Another terrific run by Rafa Mensingen. He has been terrific to start this match. The Brazilian winger doing all he can to get his side into the game. Just won't go for him just yet. But I'm sure that if he keeps getting the kind of service he has, that is going to change. Lombardi, now Mensingen returns it for him down the left side. He's behind Green, left-footed cross with pace. Oh, good touch by Otieno in defense, and Dangler clears away. Couldn't tell who that was striding into space for Chattanooga, but the ball was there. It was a really important intervention from Tobias Otieno. Now again down the right side goes DJ Benton. This time he's beaten the ball. Newhard will kindly see it out for a throw-in. He'll take that, and I'm sure he's catching his breath. DJ Benton is going to have the two players on the left side of Tormenta's defense catching their breath all night, I'm sure. Villalobos from his midfield spot in this 3-5-2 formation for Chattanooga has been pushed probably the highest out of those three midfielders. And you say 3-5-2, but Carrera Garcia is really back with the center backs. He's not pushed forward as much. Lombardi has had a lot of free time down the left-hand side, or freedom, excuse me, to go down the left-hand side. Navarro gives the ball away. Sarakowski went to ground, no foul given. Mel will restart it. Leffy spreads it. Mensingen in space again. Trying to dance around Green to his right foot. Didn't create enough space, and it's poked away by Soto, but he gets it back from Bilhar. And Chattanooga resets once again. Navarro almost gave that away to Sarakowski, but found Benton, but Benton found no more space. Just a reminder, tonight's starting 11 brought to you by Star Community Builders. Their newest development, the Tennessee Gateway, features SCHI Memorial Stadium, brand new townhomes, apartment living, and for-lease commercial office and retail. To learn more about Chattanooga's ultimate live, work, play community, contact info@star-cb.com. Star Community Builders, creating the visions of tomorrow today. Fuad Adeni, a different interpretation of where that throw-in was supposed to be made, finally lets it fly, and it's right back into the hands of the Red Wolves. There Garcia blocked. Adji, excuse me, thinks he's won his side of throw, and he has. Jimmy Weekly disagrees. Some cries from the stands tells me some fans disagree as well. As did Daniel Navarro, who trots away in disgust. Tormenta, not quite in cruise control per se, but they're comfortable right now. Maybe not here, a giveaway. Dangler couldn't come for it. Mensingen striding onto the ball. Green recovering. Mensingen slowing things down. On his right foot, a curler. What a stop by Bush. And it's out for a throw. Another save by TJ Bush. What a curler from Mensingen. You just have to feel if a goal is going to come from Chattanooga tonight, it's going to be from him. And it just didn't look like he had an angle there, but a quick attempt. So Owen Green had closed him down, but he tried to poke it free, or excuse me, poke it into that space. TJ Bush reacting late, but got there. And after not making a single save all season in his one appearance way back against Tucson, he has now produced two fine saves to keep his side in front. Navarro for Benton. It bounces once and over his head. Quickly by Adeni. Ajay couldn't find Cabral, but Sarakowski will get to this loose ball. And Mel went to ground, and he is whistled for a foul. He thought he got the ball, but instead he'll get a card. Well, you can hear what the Chattanooga faithful think of that call. We'll get another look at it here. I'm not too sure. It looked like he got the ball, and he did, and Sarakowski, trying to cut to his left, went over the legs of Mel. And that's what produced the card and the foul. Tormenta can just relieve a little bit more pressure, and maybe at the expense of their striker. Sarakowski's still on the ground, as the crowd and the Red Wolves bench reacting to the replay being shown on the board at the stadium. Sarakowski back to his feet. He hasn't touched the ball a lot so far, but make no mistake, he has been instrumental so far for Tormenta's success in this match. Still a long way to go, but the runs he's made, the pressure he's applied, it's just given Chattanooga more to think about on that back line. Mel and Navarro have been pulled apart at times because of his runs. And really, it's what opened up the space on the goal for Ajay on the left-hand side, as he had made the run to the right on that goal. Long wait to restart, as once again the replay being shown, and Chattanooga doesn't like it. How often do you like a foul called against your side, though, in fairness? Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Brawl stands over this and he'll readjust it. A lot of time being ticked away here. And that suits Tormenta. Their captain ready. They'll play a high ball toward the back post. Dangler there, got his head to it, but it's a looper, easy save, and wouldn't have counted anyways, as I believe that was Sarakowski who pushed down Lombardi. Oh, it was an offside call as well. There's a lot happening there. Navarro chests that coolly for Walefi. And now Lombardi, Billhard on his horse to close him down. That is what Ian Cameron has his side doing here. Galindrez wants it for Menzingen. He's got space. He'll cut inside on his right foot, looking for somewhere to put the ball. Espinoza on the right side. He is hit hard by Adani, and the whistle goes, and another card being produced. That's the third already. We're just in the 40th minute, and I think Fuad Adani got his money's worth on that one. Espinoza touched it by him, and Adani crunched him just a little bit late on that tackle. Opportune spot for this set piece for the Red Wolves. See what they can produce from this. They get an equalizer at the end of the half, and we'll get another look, and yep. Not too many complaints there from Adani. I think he knew it from the moment the whistle went that he was going to be put in the book. In the 40th minute. And there's confirmation as well, visually.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is
it will be Espinoza with the left foot. Numbers to aim at once again. Dangler trying to set a high line for his side. And the Red Wolves find an equalizer. Here's the ball. It's a good-looking one. Mel again got his head to it. It's bouncing around, and a foul called, I believe, against Villalobos. He can't believe it, but there was an infraction there against Nemhard. That's 3 really good deliveries on set pieces for Chattanooga, and that's 3 times they have found the head of Timmy Mel. This time he didn't have the angle, jumped maybe a little later, or was a little too high. They couldn't do much but pop it up into the air. But 3 for 3 so far. Ford is the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Another foul, this time Tormenta commits it. They'll trot back into shape as the sting has really come out of the match here. A lot of dead balls and restarts in the last 10, 12 minutes. That's exactly what Tormenta wants with the lead. They want to get this to halftime, regroup, maybe freshen up the legs, try to get out of here with all 3 points. Not if the Red Wolves have anything to say about it. Right now, they're going nowhere but backwards. Timmy Mel, he's had a part to play. Galindrez, a little too strong. Otieno, nicely done to work his way out of danger. Sarakowski can stride forward with the ball. Had a challenge coming, he distributed. Cabral, advantage being played. Cabral on his left foot, that's an easy save in the end for Avilés. And Sarakowski slow to his feet gingerly. That was a hard tackle that came in from Navarro, I believe. And Chattanooga the other way, Menzingen. Stop me if I've said this before. He's on his right foot, a curler again. This time, Green got himself in the way. And it stayed in play. Adani able to save that from being a corner. It's just a throw. Probably need to start making some tally marks or something on my notes. That's got to be at least the 10th time that Rafa Menzingen has been in space down the left side with the ball. This early into the match, that's incredible. And I believe a yellow card being issued for that earlier challenge. We'll wait for confirmation. I don't want to throw Navarro under the bus just in case it wasn't him, but I believe that's who it was. Came flying in on Sarakowski. As we approach the end of this first half. Daniel Navarro, so I'll put that in my locker. A successful recall there. And here's a chance for Chattanooga. The camera cut away. Villalobos on his left foot, but Bush able to find it. Didn't really trouble him, it was right at him. That's his third save in just one half. Certainly a Tormenta high for him since he's been at this club. Signed from the Charlotte Independents. Only played a half season there after coming out of college at James Madison University. It's an unsigned draft pick of the Seattle Sounders. He's found a home as the backup keeper for Tormenta this season. Pressed into action again, a little bit of a surprise. He has been fantastic thus far for Ian Cameron. Quick restart by Soto. Once Bill Hard brought it down. Lombardi doing enough to keeping him from the ball, and Lombardi able to escape pressure. And a foul called on Bill Hart in the end. That was really good recovery because Bill Hart has shown he's really crafty, really shifty. Lombardi able to just stay with him that time, and he knew he wasn't going to get that ball initially, but if he kept pressed against him, he'll force the ball loose, and that he did. Mel looking for his familiar target, and he's found him. Old reliable Rafa Mensingen down the left side on the left foot, and it's cleared away by Dengler. Out for another corner for Chattanooga. Just probing away here at the end of this half for that equalizer. Local Ford dealer corner kick, number 5 on the match for the Red Wolves. We get confirmation of the stoppage time, 3 minutes at the end of this first half. I feel that is just about right. Herrera Garcia over it. Can he get another good ball in? Where's Timmy Mel? That's where it's going. And here it comes toward the back post. It's floated again. This time it's Jake Dengler who gets his forehead on it. Back in by Willefi, and it sails all the way, and Herrera Garcia is offside. Well, there's the streak over then. Jake Dengler ending it. But you know who he was marking on that play? It was Timmy Mel. 2 minutes left in this half for Tormenta to see out, and they will take a lead into the locker rooms. They'll have to get that job done as well, but Ian Cameron will be delighted by this scoreline should it hold. TJ Bush sending it as far as he can, flicked on by Sarakowski. Tormenta had the ball where they want it, which is as far away from their own net. Benton. Herrera Garcia. Closed down from behind by Adje. Haven't called his name in a while. Espinoza showing short. The Lindres have made a run down the right side, but that's not where Mensingen is, and that's where the ball's going. Brought it down again, but he'll give it away for Herrera Garcia. Down the right side looking for Espinoza. Tracked well by Adani, but another corner. It's the 6th Ford local Ford dealer corner of the match. Mo Espinoza will take it. And they find a last gasp equalizer in this first half. Can they change the story right at the death? They're queuing up in the middle. 5 to aim at for Espinoza. Now 7. As Benton will head into the box. Might be the last chance of the half. Here it comes toward the near post. It goes all the way through, and it's blocked by Green. Not sure if that would have been on frame, but it was untouched on its way to Owen Green. Now Lombardi, and they bunt it forward, Chattanooga, for one last chance. Villalobos. Willefi has space. Leaves it for Mensingen. Goes down by Green. Mensingen turns toward goal. Herrera Garcia running out of time, Chattanooga. Mensingen, a tackle and a foul. Otieno gives it away this time as Mensingen draws it. Try to be a little more proactive there, Tormenta, in closing him down. Otieno obliging in the middle. Just a little too strongly, and now this will certainly be the last action of the half. The 2 set piece takers standing over. Espinoza with his left foot, Herrera Garcia with his right. It's just a little bit off center, favoring the right-footed attacker. Bush standing a little bit off his line, a 3-man wall, and Herrera Garcia will defer for Espinoza. He goes for goal. Bush, not comfortable. It's loose, and Galindrez pounces on it. TJ Bush has been bright all night, but a mistake at the end of the half, and Chattanooga behind Juan Galindrez go into the dressing room, tied at 1. Not going to get much easier than that, and that's why you follow up those runs. Always, always, always. That ball might be there. It was for Galindrez. It's his 20th career USL League One goal. As we get another look at it, and really no excuses for TJ Bush. He spilled it from Espinoza. He had the shot tracked, but nobody following up for Tormenta as well. No defenders tracking Galindrez. And the Colombian forward has put his side level at the depth of halftime. Not quite out of nothing per se, but I'm not sure I was expecting them to find the goal before we headed off to the locker rooms. They have. It's Galindrez's 10th of the season. And USL League One's June Player of the Month has found his side 1-1 at halftime at the death, canceling out the early goal from Kingsford Adjei, and the Red Wolves get a last gasp first half equalizer to make it a whole new story heading into halftime. So you get a look at Juan Galindrez celebrating his 10th goal of the season. So Jimmy Weekly maybe a little more happy with his side after that last goal. He'll have some things to work out, so will Ian Cameron. We'll see what they come up with in the second half. We'll be back with highlights and stats for our halftime.
The day the world stopped was the day we... From now on, we're not going to leave any because we've learned to savor the moments that were, and they never tasted this good.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
Chattanooga Red Wolves play their first match of the new year. Here comes Chattanooga now. Puts it in! Finds the back right corner!
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
Welcome back to halftime. Chattanooga Red Wolves hosting Tormenta FC. We had a midweek doubleheader on Wednesday. Let's take a look at those highlights.
Pair of Wednesday matchups. First one in Omaha between Omaha and Charlotte. Both teams coming in hot like a full coat of fur. It was pups at the pitch night. Charlotte, one of Omaha's 2 losses this season. It was going early. Charlotte, 6th minute. Gabriel Oberton saved by Nuhu. He'll cross it to Miguel Ibarra. Emphasis on bar. That was the 6th minute. A minute later, this header was saved off the line by Eddie Gordon. Charlotte, a lot of the action early. 0-0 to half. We go to the second half, early portion. Here's Mbuyu trying to track down a back pass. He's knocked into by Claudio into Nuhu. That's a penalty. So in the 51st minute, that'll put Corey Bennett to the spot, and he knows what to do with that. That is his 8th goal of the season. He's got 5 goals in the last 4 matches for Charlotte. 1-0, but a quick response from Omaha. Ali Hajic in the box to Bruce. His shot blocked. There's Noe Meza. Noe on the spot. Puts it home, levels the match at 1. Meza's 6th goal of the season. That leads Omaha. And Jay Mims told us we're looking for that second goal. Well, 10 minutes later, here it comes. You cannot leave Tovani Willis open at the top of the box, even just a little bit open. You give him some space, he'll do that, just like the July goal of the month. His second, this time with the left foot, and that matches Omaha's club record, 10 in a row, unbeaten from last season. They finished the night in 3rd place. We go to the Mountain Time Zone, Northern Colorado hosting FC Tucson, and Tucson got going early. 14th minute, Gio Calixto blocked. Finds Luis Perez, that's saved. But the highlight's not over. It gets recycled, cleared, recycled, and it gets all the way back around eventually to Luis Perez here, right there, who crosses it, toe pokes it ahead for Franco Perez, and there's the goal. 1-0, his first of the season. And now 6 assists for Luis Perez, 1 off the league lead. It's 1-0 to the half. Tucson 2-2-1 when scoring the first goal. Norte to Lachlan McLean, that's over the bar, into the goalpost. Prentice to Trevor Amon, that header is saved. 3 saves for Carlos Marancio. Then the 70th minute, a pass ahead from Burke Failing to Luis Perez. Already has the assist, the juke move, back to the top of the box and curls it in. What a beautiful goal. A lot of touch there. That is a gorgeous goal. 3rd of the season for Luis Perez. 4th multi-goal game for Tucson this season. 80th minute. They're not going to be denied here in Severance. This one gets to par up. He'll send it wide to Prentice, and that will eventually find the head of Lachlan McLean. His 3rd of the season, but that's the final goal. 2-1 Tucson. 7 more shots for Northern Colorado. They were all blocked or wide, and that is the first Tucson win since June 25th. More halftime coming up.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals. I'm on that routine.
It's Kecko. It's a great chance and parried away by Poolskamp. Weaving his way through, putting it on frame, and Villieto had to parry it over the bar. The Jamaican Malik Foster. The Panenka, absolutely disgusting. Hoisted this trophy plenty of times. Saved by Viniello. Rodrigo Lopez. It's improbable. It's indomitable. It's another cup set.
A sensational result for Sacramento Republic FC. They become the first lower division club to reach the U.S. Open final since 2008 when the Charleston Battery did it. If they were to win, they would become the first lower division champions this century. Some other USL news, Rhode Island is coming. They will join the USL Championship in 2024. They just broke ground on this site that you see now on the river. Doesn't that look gorgeous? It's going to be the envy of the USL, I'm sure. Here's a look at the team of the week for match week 20. Tresor Mbuyu leading the way as player of the week. You can see each team of the week every Monday at USLLeague1.com. Some scores, Union Omaha hosting North Carolina FC. That just got kicked off underway in Omaha. Look back to last week, Forward Madison getting that dramatic equalizer against Chattanooga, 1-1 at home. Tormenta again battered by the Independents, 3-0 at home. 3 more options coming up for you tonight at 9 p.m. Northern Colorado Hailstorm hosts Forward Madison. At 10, FC Tucson hosting the Greenville Triumph. In the nightcap, Central Valley Fuego against the Richmond Kickers. That should be a firecracker. Look ahead to next week, the midweek game, Forward Madison hosting North Carolina FC at 8 p.m. And these two teams that we have here on this match, Charlotte Independence hosting Chattanooga at 7, and Tormenta, their second of 4 straight on the road, travel to Fresno to take on the Fuego. Highlights and stats are coming up. Stay with us.
I get asked by my friends back home all the time, why did you move to Chattanooga? Affordability? Check. And amazing outdoors? Yep. Fantastic food? Check. But there's one box that not even Silicon Valley can check. EPB's gig. Thanks to fiber-fast internet with upload speeds that no one else can touch, moving to Gig City was a no-brainer. I look back on my journey with gratitude, and I look forward to a life of smooth streaming and free street parking on Sundays. Yeah.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
One more. One more.
One more, please.
One more, guys, one more. Set, up.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more. Oh, one more.
Wow!
The day the world stopped was the day we... From now on, we're not going to leave any because we've learned to savor the moments that were over, and they never tasted this good.
Welcome back to Chattanooga. It's been an exciting night so far. Knotted up at 1-1 at the half. Tormenta was in control. Kingsford Ajay opened the scoring, but it was canceled out by Juan Galindrez at the end of the half off the spill from TJ Bush. And we'll look at the highlights from that half, and we'll start with some bright chances for Tormenta. Sarakowski with the early chance, but didn't quite tuck it into the corner. It was stopped by Carlos Aviles, and here's the goal. Look at that run by Sarakowski, opening up the space. Bill Hart plays it all the way across, and Ajay, one touch to his right, sits down to the defender, gets the space for the shot, and he beats Aviles clean. As we get another look, just one touch to settle, one touch to his right around Benton. Easy and cool as you like. That's a fine finish, and it was worthy of a lead. But then Chattanooga started to come. Here's Timmy Mell, his first of 3 heads on a corner. This one going over the bar. It was his only shot toward the net. Just couldn't get it quite right. DJ Benton forcing a save from TJ Bush with a really fine right-footed effort, but just couldn't find the corner ahead of the sprawling goalkeeper. TJ Bush making 3 saves in the half. Rafa Mensingen, he was lively as this attempt was blocked by a diving Jake Bengler. Had about maybe 11, 12 runs down that side with the ball. That was his best chance. But or one of his best chances, couldn't find it. Here's his best chance, a right-footed curler to the back post, but Bush again diving in time. Maybe not enough pace to beat him as Bush sees it out for a corner, and here is the moment. The one he'll want back. Juan Galindrez pouncing on the loose ball after the Mo Espinoza free kick. It was spilled. It was there for Galindrez. He makes no mistake. That's one of the easiest goals he'll ever score. It's his 20th career USL League One goal. You look at the stats, Chattanooga very much dominating it, 64% of possession, although that is by design for Tormenta after they got that opening goal. And one stat that you don't see up here, 14 fouls committed by Tormenta in that half as Chattanooga really took it to them, was really forcing them into some bad spots, came out of their shell a little bit. 9 shots, 5 on target for the Red Wolves, 3 for Tormenta, all on target. And you see those 2 yellow cards apiece. That's something to keep an eye on as well. Juan Galindrez, I saw this stat as I was looking just a moment ago, had just 8 touches in that half, and on his 8th touch, he slots the ball home as we get another look at Ian Cameron. See what he has his side adjust in this second half. They started so brightly, but he had to tear up the talk after Galindrez's equalizer. The same for Jimmy Weekly, but it was less a tearing up and more of a tossing it over his shoulder into the empty garbage can, because he didn't want to have to give that talk. Now he has his side level, and he can make his adjustments as well. As the teams have switched sides now. Tormenta once again in their white. They'll go from your right to left across the screen. Chattanooga in their reds from left to right. Does look like one substitution being prepared for Tormenta. There is a name on the bench. It's Keziah Sterling, but that's not who this substitution is going to be. It's Joshua Phelps in for Fuad Adeni. He may have picked up a knock early on in the game. He was also put into the book towards the end of the first half. So Phelps, who was dropped for this match, will come on in relief. He'll play out the remaining 45 minutes. See if he slots into that left back spot or if Deshaun Nemhard will go out there, as Phelps is a natural center back. The second half is underway. Chattanooga, new life after falling behind 1-0 early. They didn't look all that close to scoring as the match went on, but Juan Galindrez put his side level, and now it's all to play for. We get confirmation of that substitution. It really is such a crucial match, although they're all crucial at this stage. 6 or 7 teams vying for just 3 playoff spots as Omaha has pulled ahead a little bit into the top 3, separating themselves from the rest of the pack as Dengler trying to see this out against Galindrez, and he does so successfully, but maybe only just. That ball barely trickled out. It is tight, and teams haven't played an equal amount of matches just yet. We're not there. We're not at that stage of the season just yet. So, as both coaches told us, there's no point in staring at the standings because you'll go in circles and get dizzy. Just put your head down and get the work. But both sides, or both coaches, excuse me, did give point targets. Ian Cameron hoping for 17 more points out of his side to really solidify their spot in the league. Maybe a chance for Tormenta on the break. It's cleaned up by Daniel Navarro. Very coolly done. For Chattanooga, it's simple. Jimmy Weekly said 1.5 points per match. Phelps, his first involvement. And it is Nemhard who has gone out to the left-hand side to fill in the void left by Adeni. Phelps slots in as the right-sided center back. That means Dengler goes to the left. And maybe that's not what Tormenta wants, because Dengler was really mopping up at times when Rafa Mensingen would streak down the left-hand side. He's now a little bit further away from him, and that'll play into Jimmy Weekly's hands nicely. Here's Mel. Forward, gave it away. Now Cabral for Dengler. We'll go back to Bush. Well, some news out of Omaha. Here's a giveaway. We'll get to that in a second. Villalobos wins the ball, and he wins a free kick. Dengler went to ground and took him out. This will produce another card, the 3rd Tormenta player into the books, off another goalkeeping mistake. We've seen both goalkeepers give the ball away a few times tonight. That time, Dengler taking the card as punishment for getting his side out of that spot. Had to take one for the team there. So we'll get another look at it. Villalobos almost turned the corner on him, just a half step away from doing so, and he would have been in acres of space with only Juan Galindrez in there with him. Instead, it's a free kick that Carrera Garcia and Espinoza will stand over. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the news from Omaha. We'll go back to that after this moment in the match. The right foot of Carrera Garcia, the left foot of Espinoza. It was his strike that forced the mistake from Bush at the end of the first half that led to the Galindrez goal. 4 in the box for the Red Wolves. 3-man wall for Tormenta. Espinoza. He'll take it to the back post, off the top of the bar and over. That was close and a really nice idea. Galindrez giving his approval with the thumbs up, but Mo Espinoza just couldn't quite put that on frame. In fact, he hit the frame. Trying for his 4th goal of the season. He's more of a distributor. 6 assists, now 7. I'm not sure if they credited him with an assist now that I mentioned that. It was his strike off the free kick. He doesn't get credit for an assist because it was a mistake by Bush rather than a play for him, but my background is in hockey, so that's my instinct. I say just give it to him. Dengler down the left side looking for Ajay. Got a touch to it, and then he's pushed out of bounds. Nothing given there. I think Mel got away with that one, as Cabral can't believe it. We apologize for the fruity language you may have picked up there. I disagree with the words used, but maybe the sentiments a little bit. Villalobos takes a hard challenge, nothing given again. Things got a little chippy in the middle and late segments of that first half. Things settled down to start this one, but I'm not sure Tormenta want to be getting into an increase in the tackles in this half. I think they would rather play a little more compact, close down space rather than flying in with tackles like they did for the first 30 minutes of the match. Good run by Navarro. Couldn't find Lombardi cleanly, but guess who? Mensingen again on his left foot this time. It comes all the way. Galindrez touched it, but couldn't bring it down. Cabral able to clear. And a good thing too, because Espinoza was waiting for that. Scrambly defending at times for the visitors from Statesboro. You just feel Chattanooga have completely taken over this game to this point. Carrera Garcia, Lombardi. Can't remember the last time Tormenta really had a sight of goal, let alone an attempt. Otieno spilled. It didn't really have much to do with what Carrera Garcia was doing. Mensingen off the giveaway. Wants to run at Soto on his right foot. Thought about the shot, or maybe was just faking. Malefi for Espinoza. They move it all the way for Benton. He'll take a first-time cross, blocked out for a throw. I think the camera's going to be pointed at this side of the pitch for most of the next 40 minutes. Tormenta got their goal on the counter already, but they will have to come up with another if they want 3 points. The Red Wolves will just look to keep putting the pressure on. Benton doesn't have space right now, and he'll leave it. Malefi goes backwards for Timmy Mel. Nicely touched away from Sarakowski. Now Malefi. Tormenta committing numbers defensively, everybody behind the ball. Navarro, left foot all the way to the other side, but Nemhard is there to get a head to it. Espinoza got to it, and a penalty has been called, and TJ Bush scrambling on that play, and you can't really say it was his fault. It was Nemhard who put him in that position. He'll go into the book. He's given away the penalty, and Chattanooga can take the lead from the spot. There really is no way to put it other than a horror show from Nemhard on that sequence. Was under pressure from Espinoza. He was a long way away from Bush, and the ball wasn't really in a spot where you could safely play it back through the air, as he really just popped the ball up in the air with his head. That's not what you want to do as a defender, and you could see the way he threw his hands into his face. He knew. And the foul committed by Bush, maybe not necessary in that spot of the box, because Espinoza didn't have a sight of goal from there, not an angle. But there were numbers coming, and Bush just made the reaction to try and make a play on the ball. He missed it, got Espinoza instead. Now a spot chance for Chattanooga as Espinoza's still down, and some concern here for him. I mean, a long think for TJ Bush, who's the 4th Tormenta player into the book. Espinoza able to at least lean forward, and he'll be helped to his feet here by Villalobos. Looks like he'll be okay. That is good to see after doing the hard work on the press there. Forces that turnover. Now will the Red Wolves peel away, celebrating a 2-1 lead, and they'll leave it to none other than Juan Galindrez. This is his 5th penalty in the league this year. He is 3 of 4. TJ Bush hasn't faced a penalty all year. Just his 2nd appearance on the season. Galindrez gets the whistle, and he comes. And it's saved by Bush. It's still alive and cleared by Dangler. TJ Bush makes amends, and he has kept things at 1-1. Otieno will try to start a break the other way. Mel rising for it, got it away from Ajay, and Chattanooga can breathe. TJ Bush, the hero so far, as Galindrez slow to his feet behind the play. Diving to his right. I'm not sure he even guessed there. I think he was waiting to see, and he kept those legs level to keep that ball out, and the ball just wouldn't come down for Galindrez on the rebound. That is the 5th save by a keeper in any match in the league this season on a penalty kick. TJ Bush puts his name into the record book. Of course, Tormenta fans will point out that Pablo Haral had one of those 5, or I guess 4 at the time, now 5, so 2 out of 5 penalties saved this year for Tormenta. TJ Bush, a terrific dive, and to stay composed with the feet, to not flail. That's such a difficult thing to do for a goalkeeper. To get a shot of Nemhard, who is thanking his goalkeeper for making up for that mistake. Things are level, and maybe this will spark some new life for Tormenta, who were just looking a little listless to start this half.
Entering the match, number 21, Chris.
What a moment. Galindrez still down. Hopefully he's okay. He took a knock trying to settle that ball down, as I think it was Dangler who clattered into him as he cleared it.
Also entering the match,
a couple of substitutions coming here for Tormenta. I did hear the name of Keziah Sterling, so the moment has arrived. The London striker is back onto a USL League One pitch after missing a few games. His side really haven't been the same without him. He is involved everywhere, and Chattanooga fans maybe a little bit of PTSD because it was his 2 runs that created both the goals in the reverse fixture victory for Tormenta. Can he provide some spark, as he did on that day? We'll get a good look at him here in a moment. Christian Heckenberg, into the match as well for Tormenta. We'll get official confirmation on all those subs. DJ Benton winning the ball, but Cabral has it back. Now Heckenberg, his first action. Leaves it for Otieno as Josue Soto goes out for Heckenberg. Now Dangler on the ball. 19th appearance of the season for Chris Heckenberg. Has 11 starts. He started 11 of his first 12 with the club, but hasn't started since. As there is Keziah Sterling watching and waiting for that ball. He is such a danger. You have to have both eyes open and on a constant swivel when he's on the pitch. And it is Adrian Billhard who has gone out for Sterling. So Billhard's night is done. He leaves the pitch with an assist to his name and plenty of good work. Sarakowski looks to have taken his spot on the right side of that front 3. Ian Cameron deciding that he wants fresh legs over there, and Billhard really put in a shift. He was chugging along all match. Mensingen kept him occupied defensively. Sarakowski to ground, a foul. And Green will get it started right away. Here's Heckenberg, more of a deep-lying midfielder than Soto was. Soto playing level with his 2 fellow compatriots in the midfield. Sarakowski wants to deliver a ball here. He's blocked by Lombardi, but he does win a corner kick, the first of the match for Tormenta.
This corner kick sponsored by your local Ford dealer.
Corner kick sponsored by the local Ford dealer. Heard over the PA system and now in your ears from my voice as well. Alex Tejera will come on for Chattanooga. We'll get official confirmation of the substitutions. Tejera, his 6th appearance of the season, and not good news for the Red Wolves. Galindrez is off injured. Here's a corner kick delivered in. It came to Phelps. Couldn't settle it down. It's cleared away. Dengler got his head initially to it. And now it's all kicking off here. Mensingen down the left-hand side. He's got it. Espinoza and acres of space on the right side. Mensingen being watched by 2. Cabral staying with them. He'll leave it. Lalefi on his right foot. Can't shoot. Closed down by Nemhard. Espinoza in. It's blocked away by Phelps and cleared. And now Sterling, his first touch, doesn't bring it down. So that's a blow. Juan Galindrez misses the penalty and then appeared to have picked up a knock in the aftermath of that, and he cannot continue. Maybe out of caution, we're not sure. And he is out. Tejera is in. So Chattanooga will have to look for a winner without their talisman. Timmy Mel being watched by Keziah Sterling. Ian Cameron told us that he's at the point where there's still pain, but there's no injury anymore for Sterling. He'll have to build back his fitness, but he's being given a lot of run time here in the second half. As referee Shanta Heaney got in the way there. She'll stop play and he'll reset in possession of Chattanooga. But 35-minute run out here for Keziah Sterling. That's a good sign for Tormenta fans. They really have not looked the same without him, and that whole goal drought went without him on the pitch. Lalefi plays it forward to Tejera. Excuse me, Villalobos, that is. Tejera ahead of him, didn't get the ball. It finds its way to Espinoza. Cut to his left. He'll spread it wide. Mensingen just couldn't keep that in. He's not that tall. Standing at just 5'10". If he was 6 foot, maybe he had a chance at it. That will relieve a little bit of pressure for Tormenta. 30 minutes from full time, all to play for still. Knotted up at 1. An early goal in the 8th minute by Kingsford Adje, but then canceled out by Juan Galindrez in the 4th minute of stoppage time of the first half. Officially 45 plus 4. Aviles. Have not said his name at all in this half so far. It's 15 minutes old. It's been a while in the entire broadcast that I have. Phelps can get that ball from Mensingen, who goes to ground. A good tackle in the end by Cabral. Now Sierakowski behind Sterling. His first link up with the London forward as Sterling draws a foul. He wanted more than just the foul. He wanted a card, but not given. Sierakowski signing after Sterling went down. That was part of the motivation for Sierakowski, but obviously the club want a link up between these two potent attackers, that they can find some chemistry, which Sterling has shown a propensity to do with pretty much everybody in his side. That will be a magical connection. Quick stoppage here. Not entirely sure what for. I mentioned news earlier out of Omaha. Well, there is the answer. It's Mensingen, who is still down, and he is back on his feet, and he's ready to come back in the match. That's a good sign for the Red Wolves. It's a good sign for all of us, really. He has been a joy to watch so far. I keep teasing that Omaha news. I'll get to it eventually, folks, I promise. Tejera draws a foul against Otieno. Well, it was 3-0 after just about 20 minutes in Omaha. Union Omaha out to a commanding lead. In the first minute, however, backup goalkeeper Kevin Piedrahita. A goalie goal. I'll say that again. A goalie goal, the first one in USL League One history. In just the first minute of the match, put his side ahead, and that's a moment that Union Omaha supporters, and especially Kevin Piedrahita, will not forget for quite some time. I can't wait to watch video of it. Carrera Garcia. Chattanooga will reset in possession again. Tormenta really has not seen any of the ball to this stage in the second half. It's been all Red Wolves. Especially if you look at the expected goals so far, which I know not everybody puts stock into, but I'll give you the numbers anyway. So far, just about 2 for the Red Wolves, and that's plus a penalty. Tormenta just .22, and what that tells you is that other than the early goal by Ajay, they really have not had a sniff of goal. Mensingen, nicely done around Green. He'll stride forward. Heckenberg closed him down, able to distribute still. Espinoza on his right foot. Dancing, prodding to the byline, right-footed cross. It's cleared away by Dangler with authority, but the ball had come out of play before the cross. Espinoza doesn't like it, and he's just been booked for his transgressions there. Kicked the ball away in frustration. Can't do that. The crowd's certainly on his side. You can hear the jeering. No Espinoza, a third Chattanooga player assigned a yellow card. He thought he kept that ball in. He did not. 65th minute now. Still 1-1. No scoring in this half. Just the penalty by Juan Galindres that was saved by TJ Bush. That's the story right now, and Juan Galindres, moments later, departed the pitch. Sarakowski, nice chest down, has Green ahead. He'll use him. Cross is blocked, a corner. That's Cabral, not Green, my apologies. There's Lombardi conceding that corner. Local Ford dealer corner kick number 2 for Tormenta.
By your local Ford dealer.
Can a set piece provide what Tormenta are looking for? Can they go ahead again on the road? Dangler and Phelps striding forward into the box. Cabral will take. Sterling standing right next to Aviles. Here it comes. It's towards Phelps. It came down to Otieno, and he couldn't, I don't know if he expected that really, the way he reacted. And it's cleared away by Chattanooga. Mensingen, a little gingerly up the left side, and he's tackled off the ball out of play. There was a break on for Mensingen if he chose to just push with pace down the left-hand touchline, but he chose to go slow, and he'll give his team a chance to catch their breath. Once again, the fans being pumped up at the Den, CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga. Just a little bit off the Tennessee-Georgia border. There's a giveaway. Ajay goes to ground, wins his side of free kick. Another dangerous area for a set piece. If Nembard will take it quickly, that kind of negates that point, and he will. Tobias Otieno. Now Heckenberg. Or Sterling, they're trying to get him involved. Pops free Sarakowski, quick right-footed strike. It's parried away by the gloves of Aviles. That was with some authority. That's good to see for Chattanooga, who have had somewhat of a goalkeeping controversy. Tor Saunders replaced him in the side as another foul conceded by Tormenta. That was due to injury, but then Saunders got the start last week in Madison because Jimmy Weekly felt he earned it, and that's nothing against Aviles. It was all down to Saunders' great play, but then Saunders himself got injured, had to be taken out in the 22nd minute of that start. Aviles came back in, and it's his #1 spot to lose now. It's one of those cases where it's not really, nobody can decide that they're the starting goalkeeper. It's more of a 1A, 1B scenario where Jimmy Weekly trusts both of them. It's not always a problem, but it's not always a great thing to have, depending on how you set up your side. But obviously, Weekly talking glowingly about both goalkeepers. It is a good thing in Chattanooga. Navarro. Herrera Garcia, haven't called his name much in this half. Hasn't really been on the ball much in this half. They've been getting the ball forward a little bit quicker, Chattanooga have. Benton. He's the right wing back, all the way on the left-hand side. He lost the ball there. Now Ajay will look to sprint away. Cuts inside of Mel, has Sterling ahead of him. He's making a good run, and the ball just a little bit behind him. Sterling won't go collect. There was a channel there. The ball wasn't played in that channel. And Sterling will just lay it off. Heckenberg over to get it. You can see Sterling just carrying that knock. He's not at full stride, but even a half stride Keziah Sterling is better than a lot of players in this league. Certainly from an attacking standpoint. Tormenta will go all the way back. Jake Dengler has been so important so far for South Georgia. Had a couple of really crucial tackles in key moments of this match to keep things at 1-1 and to preserve the lead at the time as Tahara cries of handball. Tahara went to ground and it is a handball being called. Had to wait for the signal. So Tormenta, another set piece opportunity perhaps. It's really been all they've had in this half. A half that is just about 25 minutes old. No goals in it. The Juan Galindrez penalty, the only thing really worth noting in terms of dangerous opportunities. Kicked away by TJ Bush on the spectacular dive to his right. Such a good dive that even if the ball had been placed perfectly in the corner, you felt like he was going to save it anyway. A couple of substitutions. Tormenta making a change in the front line, and Kingsford Ajay's night is done. He'll depart with the goal. Alex Morrell will fill in for him. He's a Lakeland, Florida kid. Morrell, excuse me. 28 years old. This is his second stint with Tormenta, making his 20th appearance on the season. And longtime fans of the USL League One will remember his name. He scored the first goal in league history all the way back in 2019. Cabral lays it toward the back post. There is Phelps. It comes down, but Aviles was there. That was Dengler, excuse me. Phelps was lurking in the middle. A break now. Villalobos. Mensingen keeps this in play. Nobody striding ahead of him yet. Villalobos will fill that space. Mensingen, numbers back for Tormenta. Chattanooga just didn't get the players pushed forward quickly enough on that occasion. Or perhaps Tormenta got their players back in a hurry. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Malefi. Now Navarro. On his right foot. And we'll leave it for Lombardi. No cross. That's blocked. Now Sarakowski will look to break. And Morell ahead of him took the foul instead, and after committing the foul, Malefi goes down and with an apparent leg issue. Hopefully he'll be okay. It might have just been the force. Now two substitutions for the Red Wolves coming up. You'll look at Malefi pounding the turf there. Looks like he's okay though. That's good. Certainly good news. Malefi getting a card for his trouble. And he'll head off it, actually. There's confirmation of the yellow card. He'll be substituted out on this occasion. So his night is done. And Ryan Mensingen is also done. And I gotta tell you, folks, I think I've lost my interest in this match now that he's on the bench. Such a joy to watch. Riley Kraft will stride onto the pitch. Chattanooga youngster from Roseville, California. Well, youngster's maybe a little too strong. He's 24 years old. He's got experience for Orlando City B, Oklahoma City Energy, and the Richmond Kickers. Get confirmation of those other substitutions. Ray Ortiz started last match in Madison, comes on for Mensingen. So Espinoza will stay on. He's the lone player to survive the substitution assembly line in this match, in that forward line for Chattanooga. Sarakowski brought it down, nicely done for Green. Green goes to ground, and he concedes a throw. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Well, as I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, this is the 9th League One meeting between these two sides. And of the 8 previous, 4 of them have finished 2-1. Only one 1-1 draw. What are we in store for here? As Tejera goes striding away, but Dengler ahead of him. Dengler gave it away, and he commits the foul. Rather clumsily there as Tejera got body position on him. No pockets being reached for here, so Dengler will survive the altercation, or the moment rather. But a dangerous set-piece opportunity for the Red Wolves as he won the race cleanly, but just a little too strong, or maybe he thought Tejera would pull up or try to lunge in. Tried to turn the corner on him quickly. Tejera playing the body well. Now here's a chance. Ray Ortiz just onto the pitch. His 20th appearance of the season. He had the assist on the Carrera Garcia goal against Tormenta back in July. What can he serve up here? Ortiz with the right foot. It's toward the near post, flicked on in the box, cleared away, not all the way, and Sterling will get it from Otieno. That was cool. And calm and striding forward. On his horse, Cabral. Sterling in space. The ball's towards him. Just a little over him. He'll have to come collect. But he's got it. Keziah Sterling leaves it for Heckenberg. Left-footed cross. It finds the foot of Sarakowski, but he flashed that one wide with the left foot.
Concession brought to you this evening by Coca-Cola. Quench your thirst.
Check out the new 2022 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves.com-SC.com. As here's Tejera trying to win that ball from Phelps, who did well. Waited for Bush to come claim. I have to say, Bush making the mistake on the Galindres goal, but has more than made up for that with his penalty save and a couple of other really good saves in this match. He can kind of wash those out and give him a clean slate, I'd imagine, and just tick him up a little bit because of those saves that he made early on. He has performed well in just his 2nd appearance on the season. Tormenta, a rare breather with the ball at their feet. It's given away. Espinoza settles it down, cuts inside. And now he'll play it down the right side, but wasn't on the same page that time with Kraft. I think Kraft wanted it a little bit earlier and then had to recover to stay on side.
All digital displays in the stadium this evening provided by Plainview.
Well, we are getting towards that magical last 10 minutes where so many goals have been scored in the league this season. Chattanooga, no strangers to late goals conceded, having done so last weekend. Offside whistled against Tejera. The flag goes up. But as tight as these two teams are and as erratic as their storied, I'm not sure if you want to call it rivalry, but series in this league has been, I'm not sure one more goal is going to win it for either side. Something tells me we're going to have a few more twists in this tale. Sarakowski, nice move around Lombardi. Cuts it back, but he could not find Morel. And then Chattanooga runs into trouble, hit the referee, and the whistle goes. Tormenta saying it was their ball. It was deflected by Sterling. That's what he's telling Tahini. We'll see what the decision is here. It's hard to stay out of the way of the ball with the speed of play these days. It will be Chattanooga in possession. They haven't really had much to write home about in the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. We are heading into the final stages of the match. They're playing the last call now. That really tells you it's late on. As a foul conceded by Owen Green, Ray Ortiz wanted to go quickly and we'll keep playing. Ortiz striding at Green on his left foot. Can't find a cross, and Green won that battle, cleared it away. Morel poke that ball free. It pinballs to Timmy Mel. Navarro. Ortiz again. Stride, this time at Sarakowski on his right foot, and a good-looking shot, and Bush had to be careful there. He parries that one away, out for a corner. Ray Ortiz, that would have been sensational, but denied by TJ Bush. A quick reaction, so we'll get another look at this. A long way out, a bad angle. Bush had to dive quickly to his left. Local Ford dealer corner kick number 7. Espinoza will take with his left foot, as he's done all night. He's delivered some tantalizing balls in. What can he serve up this time? Toward the back post, Bush punches, and it will go out again for another local Ford dealer corner kick. Into the 79th minute, Ortiz will take this time. Had been Carrera Garcia all match. Ortiz just has a little bit more whip on his delivery. He'll play it short. They howl for a goal at the Den. Chattanooga looking for their 6th home win of the season. Ortiz. Numbers in the box to aim at. He'll loft it toward the back post. Benton got his head to it. It's still loose. Nemhard's on the ground. Here's a shot. Villalobos! A scramble play. Tormenta arguing there was a push in there, but Chattanooga don't care. They stride away with the lead. 2-1. Jimmy Villalobos picking up the scraps. Well, we'll get another look at it here in a second, but I think that Tormenta may have a case. DJ Benton, I believe, pushing off Nemhard, and there wasn't as much as I thought in that. Nemhard stayed on the ground. The ball was loose. Villalobos reacting, just lurking, waiting for the ball to come free. He found it, and he punched it home into the far corner. Nothing TJ Bush can do about that one. And as it stands, an 80th minute winner. Will it stand up? Tormenta have a lot to do in the final 10. Finally, Chattanooga cashing in on their corners. They've had some really good deliveries. It had been coming from that aspect of the game. And on corner scraps, Jimmy Villalobos pouncing with his 4th goal of the season. And the Red Wolves have a 2-1 lead, and you have to say it's deserved. So now Tormenta must regroup. Can Keziah Sterling conjure up anything? Is Nemhard back to his feet? Looks like he'll be okay as he stayed down after that collision. There just didn't look like there was enough in that push from Benton to really force Nemhard down. I think that's why it wasn't given. Nemhard will have to go off here for a second because he received treatment. Tormenta need a goal in the last 9 minutes on the road against the Red Wolves. They have only won once here. They have never drawn. They must dig deep now. Dangler pushes it forward. Lombardi heads away. Didn't fall to Sterling. Espinoza looks forward, cuts inside, plays it down the right-hand side. What a ball that is for Tejera. And he's got Kraft with him. Tejera on his right foot. He'll cut to his left. He's taken down. Nothing given. And Tejera cannot believe it. He cut inside of Phelps, as we'll get another look. A terrific ball by Espinoza, maybe the pass of the night. Tejera striding in. He knew what he wanted to do there, and there was contact. Phelps ankle on ankle. But perhaps it's judged to be drawing the contact by Tejera. He was infuriated. And it will instead be a local Ford dealer corner kick. Could have been a second penalty for the Red Wolves. So Espinoza will take. And they cash in anyways. Here comes the delivery to the back post again, headed back across. Not a cross goal in the end by Tejera. He's trying to put that towards the corner. He put it behind for a goal kick. What drama in Chattanooga. We've had an early road goal. We've had a last gas equalizer in the first half. We've had a saved penalty. We've had a delirious scramble goal to take the lead, and then some controversy to boot. Substitution for Tormenta. Kotaro Umeda will stride on, the 24-year-old from Tokyo. Otieno goes out. So Umeda into the midfield now. We'll try to give a boost for Tormenta. They need to find a sight of goal, a sniff. They've had nothing in this half. Haven't made Avila's work. Ball pops free Espinoza. He's onside. Flag stays down, left-footed effort. It was bouncing. He didn't get much on it. Bush able to corral. You can feel the tension. It's so thick you could cut it with a knife. Owen Green looking forward, has a runner in Sarakowski. It's flicked on its way by Umeda. It does fall to Sarakowski. He'll stride forward, cuts inside, falls down, lost the ball cleanly, and Villalobos will play it forward and win the free kick given after no advantage transpired. A little bit of promise there from Ryan Sarakowski, playing on the wing after he's really been up top for most of his time here at Tormenta. Well, it is still early doors for him. He's going to have to come up with something for Keziah Sterling, who is just so visibly still playing through a knock or two. He's not at full strength, not to match fitness just yet. His side really need him now. They need the ball up the pitch. Green plays it forward. Can't find Sterling, just mopped up by Navarro. He's all over him. Former Tottenham Hotspur youth product. Played a couple of matches with the senior team, including against APOEL in the Champions League. Got a cameo there. Was supposed to get 10 minutes, but there's a really nice story about how he waited on the sideline for the ball to go out of play for about 8 minutes. Said it was agonizing, and then he finally got on the pitch and it was over. He finds himself in the great state of Tennessee. And his side need him. They're leaning on him as they have all season long. No Bilhard, no Ajay. They've both departed this match. Sterling will put Aviles under pressure. Maybe hesitated a little bit. He'll just play it as far forward as he can. And Chattanooga have come away with the ball. Kraft for Espinoza. Nicely cut around Nemhard, and another terrific ball. Riley Kraft on the right side, plays it in front, and Bush scrambled over to get there. Not enough pace on the cross by Kraft. Another sensational ball through the channel by Mo Espinoza. He is showing something tonight. And it's really since his two teammates in the attack that he started the match with have departed that he's really shown his stuff. Lindres and Mensingen went off, and it's been the Espinoza show. Kraft will play it forward. Here's Bush. Don't forget, Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. These Red Wolves looking to hold on to a 2-1 lead. They are in control at the moment, but that moment can flip on a dime. Herrera Garcia, nicely done by Villalobos. And Espinoza, the whistle goes, and it's trouble here for Tormenta. That is the last man they want to see down with a cramp, Jake Dengler. He has left it all out there, and Ian Cameron talked to us about him in the midleague. He said that he is a guy that will never, ever ask for a day off. He will play through just about anything because he feels he needs to be in the side, and he's shown you why in this match. Tackles flying all over, starting attacks with his legs. Experiencing a little bit of a cramp. He should be able to see out the remainder of this match, but Tormenta really can't afford to lose him at this stage. Really long stretch out here. Dangler not really reacting to it. Hopefully he'll be okay, and if my math is correct, and it's not often correct, Tormenta are out of substitutions. So this would be a body blow to their comeback effort. They are out of substitutions. They've used all 5. Tormenta was chucked on to really give more solidity to the midfield and maybe some fluidity as well. So if Dangler can't continue, we'll have to see out the rest of this one with 10 men. That's not a recipe for success when you're chasing the game. It surely isn't a recipe for success when you're chasing the game with this little time left and on the road. Dangler testing out that leg. Looks like he'll be good to carry on. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. If the Red Wolves hold on, this will be their 4th comeback victory of the season. That will take them tops in the league. And this is already the 6th time where they've fallen behind only to take a lead in any match this season. Just tremendous grit and heart shown by Jimmy Weekly's side. They never lose belief. Just 30 more seconds from the 90, and then we'll have stoppage time. Should be quite a bit. There's been a lot of long stoppages in this half. Tormenta will need as much as they can as another spring attempt goes awry. Ford is the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Of course, the local Ford dealer is the sponsor of all the corner kicks. We've had so many of those for Chattanooga. They have controlled this match beyond a reasonable doubt, but they still have to see out 5 more minutes of stoppage time. Hope for Tormenta in a moment where they don't have much. They just don't have anything going right now. But this is the USL League One. That can change in an instant. Can Tormenta pull a forward Madison? Although this would be 2-2, not 2-1, so I'm not sure I can classify it as such. Phelps runs into traffic after winning the ball, nothing given. Now he runs over Lombardi. That one was given. Chattanooga just slowing the pace down, making things as choppy as possible for Tormenta as they search the ball, search for the ball, search for some possession. They just haven't had much in this match. And Chattanooga once more with the ball. Herrera Garcia will play it down the side. And Tejera will stop it up. And he'll hold off Green, and he finds a shifty Ortiz. Nicely done to get that ball free. Herrera Garcia backwards, Navarro forward. Flipped on for Ortiz by Tejera, but the flag is up. That would have been something cool for the highlight reel if that move had been allowed to continue, but alas. And now Phelps will kick this as long as he can. Just 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. Ball flicked on by Dangler, who has pushed forward the center back. The Tormenta just can't get the ball right now. Here's Riley Kraft looking for Tejera. Too much pace on that ball. And Phelps will go quick. And Bush will look forward. Leaves it for Nemhard instead. Tormenta are going for it. They've got everybody forward at the moment. They can't work the ball up the field. They do have a throw here. Cabral. Ajay directing traffic on the bench. He wants it. All he can do is watch. Green. And it's out of play. It's a Chattanooga throw, and the frustration mounts. Red Wolves just giving no space. They aren't dropping deep. They're keeping their players in the defensive shape they've had all night long. Nothing for Tormenta to pick their way through. Cabral goes to ground, wins a free kick, and now this could be something. It's a long ways from goal, but maybe Phelps can get this into the box. Ortiz takes exception to something with Owen Green, and they have their hands around each other. Both have a hold of jerseys, and they're being pulled apart now, and this is not what you want if you're really either side. Chattanooga want the match to finish. It won't if you keep having kerfuffles like this. Tormenta can't allow the match to be interrupted like this. The sides are separated. No discipline being issued, or there is a card out actually. I think Ray Ortiz is going to go into the books. And Sean Tahini ushers him over, and she wants Owen Green as well, I believe. Oh, just Ortiz. And Green, okay, the confirmation. My instincts were correct on that occasion. Both players into the book. We have ticked down into the 95th minute. Ian Cameron gesticulating with the fourth official about something. As Cabral will look to play this in. We'll see if there's any added time on top of the 5. I imagine we'll see maybe 1. Perhaps a half a minute. Can Tormenta pull a rabbit out of their hat? Here's the ball in. It's to the top of the box. It's over everybody's head, headed away by Benton. Lombardi a second clearance. Kept alive Heckenberg. He'll get it back. Tormenta have to get it in again. It goes all the way back to Bush. Villalobos puts him under pressure. Sierakowski and Lombardi collide, and that's a free kick for Chattanooga, and that could be that. The ball just behind Sierakowski there. Lombardi had the body position. He took a knock for his troubles. I think this game is just going to dwindle out on Tormenta, who took the lead in the 8th minute through Kingsford Ajay. But Chattanooga all the way back, despite the missed penalty from Juan Galindrez. It was his first half equalizer, and then Jimmy Villalobos on corner scraps found the winner as we take another look at this collision. Lombardi went for it, Sierakowski did not. And that's where the foul comes, and now Chattanooga will have one more substitution, and Mo Espinoza will get his curtain call. Fantastic match he played, replaced by Josue España. Espinoza, for me, one of the highlights of the night. He was fantastic. We'll see what Sean Tahini does here. Will she allow Tormenta one last chance to play the ball in? They have to get it back first. There's disagreement over where the ball should be. So Velez pushes it forward again. I think he's gotten away with that. Yes, he has. Whistle to the mouth. Not to end the game, though. I think they're going to put the ball back to where Aviles took it, because he had pushed it too forward. Tahini spotted it late. She'll make him do it again. As we are into the 97th minute now. How much more time is afforded? Velez did it again, so that was much ado about nothing. As Phelps heads it on, but Ortiz brings it down. And it's a free kick for Chattanooga. And if it wasn't that before, it surely is now. Into the 98th minute. And still we play on. And still Chattanooga have the ball. Tahara, he must hold this up. He doesn't. Sterling comes away, but Ortiz is there to steal. Villalobos. It's not ending yet. Ortiz collided with Green. A throw in for Tormenta. This surely is the last chance to get it forward. Sterling can't flick it on. And a free kick awarded. It was Morrell, who took a whack to the face perhaps. That's the way he went down. And now Tormenta can place it forward. 98th minute. of this match. Will they pull a rabbit out this time? Cabral as far as he can go. Flicked on, but right to Lombardi. He'll clear. It's still not over. Cabral again with the left foot towards Nemhard. He can't get there. Benton heads it away. It will trickle out and won't matter. That's full time, and Chattanooga come all the way back to claim 3 crucial points as we head into the final phase of the season. The Chattanooga Red Wolves 2, Tormenta FC 1. It is their 4th time winning after conceding first. They are 7 matches unbeaten. What a terrific run they are on. And they are heading towards a playoff spot. They're not there yet, of course.
Your Chattanooga Red Wolves goals this evening.
Let's check out our move of the match presented by Sunny 92.3. It was back in the first half. Timmy Mell putting the ball over the bar. It was the first real chance for Chattanooga after they had fallen behind, as he struck that header just over. It was a great delivery by Espinoza. Tonight's man of the match is presented by ASA Engineering and Consulting, and who else? Juan Galindrez. He pulled his side level. He was great and dangerous. He had a penalty saved, but it was not to his fault. It was a terrific stop by TJ Bush. Galindrez, 10th goal of the season, pulling himself lead, pulling his side level. Let's take a look at our save of the game presented by the Chattanooga Hotel. And it was early on, it was another Chattanooga player, Carlos Aviles. As a give and go between Sarakowski and Green, Aviles was tested early. That's not easy that early on. It was his first touch of the match, and he made that save. Jimmy Villalobos getting the match winner all the way back in the 80th minute. Highlights and stats coming up. Chattanooga Red Wolves defeat South Georgia Tormenta FC 2-1.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
Tonight's post-match is presented by SmartBank. Experience SmartBank. Chattanooga Red Wolves 2-1 winners over Tormenta FC. They get revenge for that defeat back in July in Georgia. As we get to our final big highlight, check out our shot of the match presented by Amigos Mexican Restaurant, and it was the equalizer from Juan Galindrez. Mo Espinoza put that one on frame, Bush spilled it, and Galindrez, the only one running after that ball, and he potted it home, his 10th of the season, his 20th career USL League One goal. We get a look at Chattanooga players signing autographs, celebrating with their fans, yet another win at home. Full-time highlights brought to you by CHI Memorial. Back in the 8th minute, if you can remember all the way back there, Kingsford Ajay off this assist from Adrian Billhart, cut to his right around DJ Benton and beat Aviles to his near post with a really thumping finish Sarakowski making the run that Bill Hard strove into the space vacated, and a really good finish with pace by Aviles, but Tormenta couldn't hold on to the lead in the first half. A spill by TJ Bush. Juan Galindrez pots it home off the Mo Espinoza free kick, and Chattanooga got a last gasp equalizer to take into the locker room, and when they came out for the second half, it was all Red Wolves. They were probing and prodding. They got this penalty here, conceded by TJ Bush after the Nemhard mistake. He just tried to head it back to his keeper. He couldn't. He didn't have the angle. Espinoza draws the penalty, but TJ Bush coming to the rescue. What a save on this penalty as Galindrez hit it with enough pace to beat him, but Bush was there, and he kept those legs level to parry that ball out. Galindrez couldn't put the rebound home either as Dengler cleared away. But off a corner kick, it was Chattanooga who would take the lead. Ray Ortiz plays it into the box. Benton heads it down. And who else? Jimmy Villalobos standing on the edge of the box, strides forward and thumps it home, beats TJ Bush for the winner in the 80th minute. Remember, Gabriel Cabral scored an 81st minute winner in the reverse fixture, so that is revenge through and through for Chattanooga. As we get a look at the full-time match stats, 2-1, it finishes 15 shots for Chattanooga, 9 on target. Tormenta just had 3 attempts in the second half. Only 1 was on frame, and it was an easy save in the end for Aviles. Possession maybe a little favorable to Tormenta even. Chattanooga had 62% of the possession. It certainly felt like a lot more, especially in that second half, as the Red Wolves, you have to say, thoroughly dominated this match. Their unbeaten run continues. 7 matches without losing. Chattanooga 2-1 winners over South Georgia Tormenta FC, their 4th comeback victory of the season. For producer Ryan Rose, I'm Kevin Erlinson saying so long from Chattanooga. Have a great night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.